Okay, the Portuguese settlement in Malacca, Malaysia. Very interesting place. Our idea of coming here was to learn more about the Kristang people.
Right, that's
who
right.
are the Portuguese people blended with Malay since the fact that Portugal conquered Malacca in 1511. So like 500 years of this unique kind of tiny society called the Kristang people.
That's right.
So our first idea was to go to the Kristang Heritage Museum, obviously, which unfortunately is closed due to COVID-19.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Bah, bah, bah. So we have spent the past 2 hours kind of wandering through what's called Kampung Portugal, Kampung Portugis, which is very familiar to us because of Kampung Morton, which is just a couple miles from here in Malacca.
Different type of houses though.
Different types of houses. You've got concrete buildings instead of wood. You've got clay tiles instead of metal roofs.
What I noticed on each houses is they have usually a cross or a picture of Jesus just on top of the door.
Good point. Also, similar to Kampung Morton, it's very quiet. There isn't much going on, probably because of COVID-19. So we did wander around for a couple hours. We did see a bunch of restaurants, which are very familiar to me because we are from Toronto, which has a huge Portuguese community. So restaurants called Da Costa. I have like 5 friends, last name Da Costa. There's a street called Jalan Sequeira. One of my good friends growing up is Anthony Sequeira. These are common Portuguese names where we're from. So we kind of feel like we're at home, away from home. Feels very familiar to us. Although there isn't much going on in Kampung Portugis because of COVID-19. I think it's a very popular tourist attraction, although right now it's pretty quiet.
Yeah, I think during Christmas this place will be pretty popular. The houses are usually are from what I heard is decorated with like lights and Christmas.
Makes sense.
Ornaments and things like that. So
makes sense. Now, lucky for us, we have a pretty interesting thing planned for 6 p.m. tonight. We will be interviewing or at least hanging out with a local Kristang lady, spokesperson for the Kristang people named Filomena.
Right.
So our idea was come here, check out the museum, hang out for a bit, eat some food, and then go to meet Filomena. Unfortunately, the museum's closed.
But hopefully we can learn more from Filomena.
I think so. She seems to be a bit of a spokesperson or a historian who understands how these people came to be, how they exist, what their traditions are, culture, food, lots of things about them.
It's a unique culture in Malaysia, and it's like a blend of Portuguese and Malay culture together.
The word Eurasian comes to mind.
Eurasian. Exactly.
So stay tuned to the end of the vlog to meet Filomena. I'm sure she'll be very helpful and interesting. But before then, we can go have some delicious food down by the seafront.
Kristang food.
Kristang food at the seafront.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. So we got some Kristang food today. We got the Portuguese baked fish. We got some curry debal, which is the devil's curry chicken, and some brinjal, fresh brinjal. So let me try the baked fish first.
Baked fish. Very interesting.
Wow. It's spicy and tangy. Really good. It's spicy, but it's kind of like, I've never tasted Portuguese food before, but this is kind of like a Malay Asam Pedas flavor. Let me try. Yeah, it's kind of like a Malay Asam Pedas, the one that we tried yesterday with the clay pot. Really? Tastes similar to that.
So
the gravy.
Maybe some tamarind in there.
Ooh, it's tangy.
Okay, I'm going chicken first. First of all, the chicken dish is clearly some sort of European influence, I would say, because tons of huge chunks of potato, which is not Asian. It would just be more rice. You know what I mean?
Right.
In the chicken dish is tons of big chunks of potato.
Wow.
I'm like clearly European.
So it's kind of like a chicken stew, like a chicken.
It's a little bit stewed, yes.
Chicken tomato stew.
Good point, Ivana. It's a little bit stewed. Oh wow.
You like?
It's delicious. It's really good. It's really spicy. It's really tomatoey. It's quite good. It's really good. The big chunks of potato with the chicken, really, really good. Kind of tastes European. The potatoes especially give it away. Really good, guys. Really good.
And we got brinjal, which is eggplant, with its black pepper on top. So it looks a little bit burned, but it's actually black pepper.
Looks good. What was I thinking when I was not eating eggplant?
Look at it inside. It's still white.
Oh,
it's all
looks
good.
good,
I love brinjal so much. I think this is my favorite Kristang dish.
The brenjil?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're all good though. Really good. This one, the fish, the big Portuguese fish, reminds me of Asam Pedas. Good. Everything is good. 5 stars.
So last on the menu is the fish. I'm not a fish guy. You guys know this from the vlogs. But I'm warming up to fish. Here goes nothing.
Portuguese baked fish. It's not fishy though.
No, it's not fishy. No, it's really good, Ivana.
It's good.
Whoa.
What do you think of the sauce?
I'm having trouble describing it. It certainly does not taste like a fish. There's a distinct fish flavor. To me is bad. This is not bad at all. This is really good, actually.
It's also tomato, you know?
This is my favorite one.
Really?
This is so good, Ivana.
Out of all these dishes.
If you told me this was like curry chicken, I wouldn't even know. This is so good, Ivana.
Wow, so the fish is Steve's favorite dish.
Whoa,
Wow.
the fish, absolutely 5 stars, almost more than 5.
Alright.
Ivana, it's so good. It's spicy, it has a little tomato flavor,
Tangy, no?
it's tangy, and it is so good. Wow, I'm amazed. Most time I eat fish and I go, yeah, it's okay, and that's all I ever say. Dude, it is so good. I could have that whole dish. By the way, if you're coming here to the waterfront, anything you order is enough for 3 people. So just order one. Just order one. Even the rice was like, whoa, lots of rice. But this is incredible.
Yeah, it's very good.
Doesn't taste like fish. The meat is very tender. They baked it. Yeah. It's called baked fish.
They put it in aluminum foil and
they put it in the oven.
In the oven, I think.
It's unbelievable.
Portuguese baked fish. I think they do. I don't know if they have this in Portugal because I see lemongrass. I'm sure they don't put lemongrass in Portuguese cuisine.
It's gone.
Wow.
It's so good. It's funny that my experience with Portuguese food would be bifanish. So I asked the waitress, I'm like, have you heard of bifanish? I'm like, are you Kristang? She's like, I'm actually Portuguese. I'm like, wow. She's like, 100% Portuguese. I'm like, do you know bifanish? She's like, I never heard of bifanish in my life. I'm like, what? She's like, I never heard. She's like, we have mostly seafood. I'm like, do you know a popsick? The bun, a popsick? To me, like, the most Portuguese food I've ever had in my life is bifanish on a popsick. She's like, not really. We do mostly seafood, blah, blah, blah. It's like, wow, amazing that we're here in this, like, you know, little Portugal almost of Malacca. And the food is totally different than what I'm used to in Canada, but so good. This beef dish, Ivana, I mean, I'll eat the whole thing. It's so good.
They come in big portions.
Huge portions and so good.
By the way, we came to stall number 2. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of dark.
Yeah.
Stall number 2 at the Portuguese Square.
Right, there's 10 stalls here.
Yeah.
And they all look very Portuguese and very good, and we don't know which one to choose, so we just chose number 2.
Okay. All right, so let's continue
Wow,
eating.
I'm so satisfied. I'm already happy with this meal.
Nice.
And we got lots more to eat.
Yeah.
Awesome. What a meal. My stomach feels like it's about to burst.
Oh, that was good.
One thing I wanted to mention. Some Kristang people seem to look, to me, Indian. And Ivana says some Kristang people, before they came to Malacca, were from Goa.
Yeah.
Goa, India.
They came from Goa, not
So that makes sense.
actual Portugal, but from
Right.
Goa.
Some Kristang people look more or less Malay, and some look Portuguese.
That's right.
So there's obviously a spectrum of things happening here. What great food. Talked to a bunch of people there. Was really, really fantastic. And now we're heading our way to Philomena's house. Super excited for this. The whole point of the vlog was to meet and talk to Philomena.
That's right.
Kristang historian. This is going to be amazing.
Ooh,
So
can't wait to learn more.
Cannot wait to learn more. Here we go.
All right.
Next stop, Philomena's place.
You saw us. Hi.
Hello, Philomena. Okay, welcome to Philomena's house. First thing we noticed, a very well-kept yard, very well-kept house, lots of Jesus statues and crosses. It's a very Christian place. And our first question for her was, where were her parents born?
The old name is Ceylon, but now it's Sri Lanka.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So his ancestors were from there. It's a small fishing village, but unfortunately we have not been able to go there yet.
Okay. In Sri Lanka.
Relatives who have gone there, they say it's a very beautiful village.
Right.
Yes. And ancestors had a home here, so it's considered as high class. This when you have a home.
Ah, okay.
Okay. So you're Portuguese, Sri Lankan, and Malaysian. Wow, interesting. So what do you feel? Do you feel Portuguese? Do you feel
Portuguese?
You feel Portuguese?
Wow.
So culturally Portuguese?
Yes, culturally.
Wow.
Have you been to Portugal?
Not?
No.
Not yet.
Not
Wow.
Okay.
Planning to.
Good for you.
But you can speak Portuguese.
Standard Portuguese a little bit, but we have our own here. We call it Portuguese Malacca.
Ah, okay.
But
Really?
when I post it onto my videos, those people in Portugal, they understand.
Oh, wow.
So it's
It's
something that I do every day,
okay.
because our Portuguese Malacca, it's already diminishing.
Of course.
Okay.
Younger generations not very familiar, because mostly speak English.
Right.
Parents are working, so they do not have time to teach the children, even though the parents know. Locally we call it Kristang, but
Right.
actually the actual name is Portuguese Malacca. So in order to preserve this language, our association, is the Malacca Portuguese-Eurasian Association, has been working with University Malaya.
Okay.
So we have had a book published,
Oh, wow.
and we have also, you can download the app. It's a dictionary where you have Portuguese words with meaning in English and sentences.
Do you know
Interesting.
the population of Kristang people? The number of how many?
Yes, it's about, I think, coming to close to 4,000-5,000, but
Wow.
not all are native speakers. Here, yes.
Okay.
Here
How many people live here?
about 2,000, 2,000.
2,000. And they all speak Portuguese.
Even
Malacca.
though the young ones, even though they can't speak fluently, but they do have.
They speak enough. Okay.
Okay.
And maybe 2,000 more somewhere else in Malacca.
Melaka, Kuala Lumpur, we have Singapore.
Oh, wow. In
Wow.
Singapore
Even
too.
Penang.
Ah.
So when I do these videos, I get a lot of feedback from all over.
Oh, wow.
Not only locally,
Right.
but even overseas. People from Canada, from
Oh,
America.
wow.
So they come and they go to my site and they comment and they like. I just finished doing today's one. Just posted.
Wow.
Good for you.
And how do you learn about the Kristang language? Is it spoken at your
It's
home?
spoken at home.
Okay.
Grandma and mom used to speak a lot.
Right.
Dad used to speak. Even though Dad earlier couldn't, but then he picked up, you see, from mom and grandma.
Okay.
And they never allowed us to understand it, to learn it, because they always spoke about us. When they wanted to, scold us or we did something wrong, they spoke among themselves in
Ah.
So, but we
Scolding you.
managed to catch. And then it's a beautiful language, so
Right.
definitely we do not want it. Yeah.
Right. But most of the people that live in the area, they're
Yes,
Kristang
Yes.
descendants.
But
Okay.
there are intermarriages. Like me, I married a Chinese Peranakan
Ah,
Baba.
okay.
Oh, you married a Baba? Okay.
Ah.
So we have a lot of that. But some or other, all of them take up the culture and the habits of Kristang, of Portuguese.
So your children are
Kristang and Peranakan.
Kristang and Peranakan. Wow.
Is there a term for that?
Not
Kristang mixed with Peranakan.
actually. Not actually.
How about the like the costume, the traditional costumes?
Traditional costumes are mostly dancers.
Dancers, okay.
Dancers. They use the costumes of Portugal.
Okay.
But they perform even the dancers from Portugal.
Ah, okay.
We have a few dance groups here, but now not very active. There's one Dom Marina, there's one 1511 Malayao, and there's one children's group.
Okay.
So
dance groups.
Dance group, there are about 3 dance groups. Yes. This is the only community dance. This is the only one that we have Portuguese descendants here. Still surviving, still strong, still speaking.
Right. Yeah, I saw some bars with some restaurants with Portuguese flags flying.
Yes.
You won't find that anywhere else in Malaysia.
I tell you, the people here are very proud of being Portuguese.
And
why not?
Can you cook some Kristang dishes or food? Oh, of course. And where did you learn it? Your mother?
Mom.
Okay. Because what I know about Malaysia is they have the Indian, Malay, and Chinese, but the Portuguese community is not very well known.
Not very well.
I didn't even know about it until I came to Malacca.
Really?
Yeah.
Same.
Oh. I didn't know about that there is such a Portuguese settlement in Malaysia.
Actually, with my videos, I put the Portuguese settlement quite
right
on the map.
Yeah.
Good for you.
That's
it's a good
good
thing you're doing
Yeah.
because it seems like without you or without people like you, it will just get smaller and smaller and disappear.
That's true.
So it's important to not let it kind of vanish.
Yeah.
Because there's not much being done by the government to make us recognizable.
Right.
There's nothing being done except when it's San Pedro, the feast. They come, they take the pictures, they come, but
Last question, if it wasn't COVID-19 pandemic, is it usually a tourist spot? Quite busy. For Malays or for Chinese Malaysians or for Indian Malaysians or for everybody?
It's more for overseas.
Overseas tourists.
But we have locals coming here because of the food. So local
So
tourists.
from where overseas? Like European people?
Yes, they come Portugal.
Portuguese people come.
Yes, they
Interesting.
Okay.
Obviously now it's so much more quiet because of
COVID. Yes.
Well, thank you very much for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
So great to meet you. So interesting. Think about that. 4,000 people. I kind of thought of it wrong. I thought 4,000 out of the 30 million, 35 million in Malaysia. No, it's 4,000 out of all the people on Earth.
Right.
It's a tiny little community. Kristang people.
There
Very
are
interesting.
A few groups that
Wow. Special thanks to Philomena.
Right.
So we're ending the vlog on Ivana's phone. Unfortunately, both of our batteries died. We were there for like 2 hours and we were talking with her, tons of information, interesting stuff.
That's right.
I don't know how we're gonna edit this stuff into like a shorter vlog.
We'll learn
She's got so much interesting stuff to say about her culture and her tradition and her people. I mean, 4,000 people on all of Earth are Kristang.
That's right. Very unique culture. Only found in Malaysia and maybe Singapore, a little bit in Singapore.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And she's doing tons of work to try and preserve the heritage. Everyone in this community knows her. It's pretty obvious. We were just saying goodbye to her at the door and some kids drove by and they're like waving, "Hey, teacher," because she's the teacher of the neighborhood. I mean, what a great day we had in the Portuguese settlement.
Yes, she has an altar at her house. Looks like a mini church. Love it.
Of course. Very religious, very spectacular lady. I mean, what a great day we had. Everything today was just awesome. Unfortunately, the museum was closed, but the highlight of the day was seeing Philomena.
We also learned about this community and that most of their job was fishermen during the old times.
Right.
But now everyone is kind of spreading out all over Malaysia, the young people.
Following the money, of course.
Right, following the money.
I mean, I remarked to her that this place is pretty built up. It's pretty, you know, built up here compared to Kampung Portugis. She said most of it is the children who went out, earned a bunch of money and came back and built their parents a house. A lot of the older generation are still kind of trying to be fishermen, which is being harder and harder.
Yeah.
What an amazing day, Ivana. Malaysia's got so much to offer. Malaysia's got tons of different cultures, tons of different food, tons of different things to learn. What a day we had.
Yeah. It's just a little sad that the government is not helping the community to preserve the tradition, to keep the tradition alive.
Right. I mean, it's such a small community, 4,000 people. It's tiny.
That's
like
true.
less than a fraction of a percent of Malaysia.
Yeah.
So they're kind of falling between the cracks. But what a sweetheart of a lady. What a great day we had.
Good day. Good food. Good Kristang food.
Good memories.
Yeah.
Meeting people like that is really what the nature of travel is for me. That's what it's all about. Just finding these people, talking with them. We could have sat there for 3 more hours. She had more to say, and she was super welcoming to us. She would have let us sit there for hours and hours. She's offering us, want some coffee, want some drinks? We're like, listen, Philomena, we've been here for so long. Thank you so much, but we gotta get moving. So thanks for watching our vlog, everybody. We can end the vlog right in front of Christ here.
Christ the Redeemer.
Well, we're not in Brazil, but almost. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching. Special thanks to Philomena. You can find her information in the description, guys. Thanks again. Later.